Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. This time we're checking the honest trailers for the 1994 Street Fighter.
From the guy who wrote some of your favorite action movies and the company who made some of your favorite video games comes what Hollywood execs call synergy, audiences call garbage, and true cinephiles call an unintentional comedy masterpiece.
I'm gonna get on my boat, and I'm going upriver, and I'm going to kick that son of a Bison's ass so hard.
Street Fighter, the movie. 1 year after the Super Mario Bros. Spaghetti faced their way into theaters, comes another big whiff at a game adaptation as the franchise about one-on-one fights gets turned into a sprawling war epic. But most of the budget went to getting Jean-Claude Van Damme, and most of his budget went to getting cocaine, leaving nothing left for competent martial artists or cool special effects, forcing Raul Julia to turn in the best final performance in the least deserving movie since Orson Welles played Unicron.
You cannot destroy my destiny.
Manked. Meet Colonel Guile, an American hit in the head so many times he went full Belgian.
This is the collection agency, Bison. Your ass is 6 months overdue, and it's mine.
He may be missing his character's trademark flat top and powers, but at least they managed to include Guile's famous invisible rocket boat. Wait, what was that? Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't have an invisible rocket boat in the game? That was just something he thought up on cocaine? That makes sense. You need a fantasy version of the UN that can do more than write strongly worded memos. But when those peace-loving bureaucrats get in the way of a good fight, he'll heroically stage a military coup of a sovereign nation?
Colonel Guile, stop them, please. I would love to, but some moron just scanned me.
My accent is so
I guess
damn
he
thick.
really is American.
Are you men enough to fight with me?
Watch as Raul Julia battles cancer and a terrible script to deliver an all-time great villain performance.
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
With more
That was
charisma
a
in his
cool
cape
line.
than the rest of the cast. And the good stuff ends there, as the movie goes out of its way to focus on the Street Fighters' day jobs.
You got paid?
Like Chun-Li, reporter, Dalsim, lab worker, E Honda, van driver, Balrog, cameraman, DJ, IT guy, Cammy, Kylie Minogue, and Ken and Ryu, schmucks.
Maybe a couple of hustlers can help.
Ever think of enlisting?
Then interrupts or cuts away from nearly every single fight before it really gets going.
Yep.
You're all under arrest.
Look, no one's expecting you to do the bonus stage when you fight a car or whatever, but could you maybe put some street fights in your Street Fighter movie? You had one job. So strap in for a film that by any other name could have been a cult 90s comedy, but instead turned a beloved game into a terrible movie that somehow got turned into a terrible game.
Oh, okay, I
But
didn't know that.
someday, some filmmaker will finally get the Street Fighter experience right. To Ryu shooting Hadoukens at each other until one runs out of quarters and gets a nosebleed.
Game over!
Starring Atomic Blonde, or We the Baddies? The guy Capcom picked to play Ryu, but his English was so bad they recast him as a random soldier they keep cutting to for no reason.
A single
Okay.
bolt against everything he's got.
I did
the
hear about
pilot
that.
Would have to be out of his mind.
If it bleeds, it Chun leads.
Hadouken!
Dave Coulier? I can't get you out of my headcanon. Look, he's Indian. Close enough. References to better movies.
Come out from behind the curtain, wizard.
Good morning, Shadaloo.
Tender Greens, The Braid, Redemption, Vega Genesis, Senior Uppercut, Colossus, and Jean-Claude Van Damme's famous splits. Seriously? What a ripoff. Hey, go see a JCVD flick. I want to see some splits. Just give me the splits from Time Cop then.
Have a nice day.
That'll do.
Mortal Kombat!
One good thing about this movie, it paved the way for Chris Klein in Legend of Chun-Li.
You don't want a ticket to this dance, Detective.
You just inherited a big problem.
And I've tracked him through 11 major cities on 4 continents and never come close, not once. This guy walks through the raindrops.
Every line a poem.
Nash out.
Hadouken. Hadouken.
So there's a Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, huh? Yeah, I've not. I didn't. I didn't know that, but kind of want to see what kind of a clusterfuck that's gonna be. But yeah, so honest trailer for Street Fighter, and yeah, it is very much a very dumb movie, but personally, there's a little bit of childhood nostalgia from where I'm coming from, but I think it's a awesome bad movie, so bad it's good and all that. But I did not know that they made a Street Fighter game based on this movie. I'm gonna wanna Google search that, see what happened with that. I did not know that the random Asian guy we saw throughout the movie was originally cast to play Ryu, but I did hear that the character's English was so bad that they dubbed him, which is obvious when you see the movie, but yeah, I didn't know that he was originally cast as Ryu. I'm the actor we have playing Ryu is... I've seen him in other stuff, so, and he's a good cast, good actor, and I didn't understand the job they made this actor, but yeah, they didn't really do shit. They should have been the leads to the movie, but again, Jean-Claude Van Damme was the biggest star, and yeah, I think most of the budget went there, and I did hear that Van Damme was on cocaine in those time. I mean, it was, I don't know, it was I think it was past his, heyday in Hollywood. And it adults him being just some random scientist. And yeah, that was a really weird choice. And yeah, we didn't, for a movie called Street Fighter, we didn't get enough fights. And yeah, the biggest tease that led to nowhere was the fight between Ryu and Vega in the actual, well, not street, but in the cage fight that got interrupted, and they eventually did face off at the end, which lasted for I don't know, less than a minute, which sucked. But yeah, and Raul Julia being the best part of the damn movie. They even pointed out the one great line he says to Chun-Li how the day Bison graced you was the moment that defined your life or whatever, but for him it was just Tuesday. Yeah, Raul Julia, it was the last movie and he delivered. And yet the story is that his children really loved the movie, and that's the only reason why he took it. And as someone who saw this movie as a kid, glad he did. It was very entertaining. And yeah, I do second that it is a bad movie, but it's a fun bad. So bad it's good. But yeah, Street Fighter: Legend of Chun-Li, I kind of wanna see that one. People who have seen it, should I react to it? Would it be an interesting, or would it be a insufferable experience to record? I don't know. But yeah, I'm talking way too long. What do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Hope it's my reaction. Don't forget to subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video. Bye.